I am 100% confident with certainty that our brains were not meant to be watching short form videos for more than however many hours per day. It's actually criminal. I know I was supposed to document this weekly, but the last 2 weeks have been quite hectic. I also just needed to lock in for the last 10 nights of Ramadan. So here we are. By the way, if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Rihanna. I mostly do vlogs because I just enjoy them so much, but sometimes I sit down and yap. Let's recap. Let's recap week 1 and 2. First week, very excited. I was excited. I felt as though it was a new challenge that I was ready to take on. I told everyone and their mama that I was like, your girl is off TikTok. I'm off TikTok. Don't send me anything because I can't watch it. I fell back into old habits and scrolled here and there, but it wasn't like the full doom scrolling, bed riding for 5 hours type of scrolls. After that, after these first 2 weeks, I felt myself becoming less and less irritable in a way where I felt my brain was slowing down. And so I talked about how I used to watch YouTube videos at 1.5, 2x speed. I would listen to a podcast at 1.3x speed in the car. When I stopped scrolling and then I went back to consuming these other form of content, I couldn't believe how fast things were going. It was too fast for me and I just needed to slow down, which is insane. And I noticed that I was able to form sentences more clearly. I was able to articulate my thoughts better. And overall, I feel as though I'm a better speaker now. So week 3 and 4, which are the weeks that I didn't document, let me tell you what's been happening the past 2 weeks. Oh my days. After 2 weeks, I could not take the boredom. I was bored out of my mind. Literally, I was fighting with myself every day to not go back on it. I missed scrolling so much and I miss having that as like my comfort thing to do. Like, can you imagine just after a really long day at work, you coming home, I just want to have a nice dinner, shower, get in bed, rub my feet together and just scroll for an hour, 2 hours. That was my routine on a day to day. But I couldn't do that anymore. And so I had to sit with the boredom and I was thinking about, okay, what can I do to beat this? So I had to do certain activities here and there. And because I had a plan, thankfully, I was able to accomplish my goal, which was to journal for 30 days straight. I am so proud of myself for doing that because I didn't think I was going to be able to keep up with it for all 30 days, but girl, we did it. We did it, Joe. So that cascaded into me having the creative juices flow. It was flowing, babes. It was flowing. I have so many ideas of things that I wanted to do, and it's something as simple as finding a new way to vlog a regular weekend in Philly. Now that I had time to think about these things, I have them, and now I just need to execute. I'm not gonna hold you. I still miss it, but I miss it less and less. I miss a feeling that I can get while scrolling, but I think I can get that in other ways. And because I am now mindful of what I'm consuming, I feel very good about it. I think that's the switch that I needed, just to be mindful of what I'm consuming. I am now less on TikTok and I'm not letting the algorithm decide what I'm gonna consume. I am on YouTube and I have specific creators that I watch for entertainment, creators that I watch for educational purposes, some documentaries that I watch, and it's very curated to what I want all the time. I really like that for me, and I like the intentionality behind that. I feel as though I lived a life without TikTok before, and I can certainly do it. I see how harmful it can be, but I think everything can be managed with a nice balance. And so what I'm going to do is what I talked about in my last video is set dedicated time, maybe during the week, maybe it's a couple times a week where it's my scrolling time. And so I won't be mindlessly scrolling every day just for the sake of decompressing or whatever. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I hope it does. I'm gonna end with this. I don't want to sell you anything and tell you, oh my gosh, get off TikTok, it's not good for you, because you should be the one to take care of yourself and you should be responsible for your own well-being. But I'm going to say this. After doing this challenge for 30 days, I am 100% confident with certainty that our brains were not meant to be watching short form videos for more than however many hours per day. It's actually criminal. I wanted to elaborate a little bit on what I meant by it's criminal. So in my mind, I was thinking that it's one thing to create something that is entertaining and is just loved by many. And it makes me go back to when the game Pokemon Go came about, and it was like a big phenomenon and everybody was outside chasing the Pokemons. It was like a big thing that was loved by many. But it's also another thing to create something out of pure greed, in a way where these tech billionaires have paid money, like actual big money, to the biggest researcher, to the biggest psychologist, to study the human brain and make it so where create an algorithm to make people's brain addicted to it. We want to keep their attention span, all for monetary gain. Like even those tech billionaires don't even let their kids be on like phones and iPad for so long. What are we talking about? You created it and you don't want to be on it, but everybody else should. You should be paying for your crimes. I feel like it should be some sort of crime to be able to create something like this that hurts so many people. That's my thought. That's my thought. I was thinking to myself, if we could have a report of how much time we spent in terms of years for the past 10 years, it would actually be scary. I talked about how I used the app Opal to create friction and to help me do this challenge. And it gave me a report on my screen time when I first started, which was about like 8 hours and 53 minutes. We're not gonna talk about it. It also kind of gave me some sort of report that was projecting the amount of years I would spend on my phone if I continue with the same screen time. Guess how many years it was? 32 years. 32 years on my phone. Stop. Somebody call 911. Because what? I used to also say all the time that, oh, my days, I'm really tired, but I didn't realize that my phone was actually siphoning my energy because I'm in this world and just scrolling. I don't realize that. Like when you're mentally drained, when you're mentally tired, it kind of manifests in your body as well, which I knew this before, but I didn't put 1 and 2 together. Okay, and then one last thing I'll say here is we're scrolling for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, pushing it 5 hours. If you think about it, we're watching 30 seconds videos for 5 hours. If my math brain is correct, you could be watching 500 videos. Like your brain is working hard to process the information, regardless of whether you're moving your body or not. And so in my mind, you're working extra hard by watching those videos versus if you were actually going for a 10-minute walk outside. That's why I was saying like you're actually very tired because mentally you're working, which can translate into your physical well-being. Oh my gosh, a lot of discoveries this month. I feel very happy to have done this exercise. I would take a screenshot of what my screen time looks like now, and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.